Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is Beginner ESL. This is an A1 listening lesson. It's lesson 10. Today we're going to be talking about using the present simple verb tense to talk about likes and dislikes. Alright, so are these statements true for you? You like to learn new English vocabulary. Is that true or false? You like to eat green vegetables. You don't like doing homework. You like to travel. You don't like swimming in the sea. You like to listen to classical music. Now, these questions were sort of true or false. You could say yes or no. Now, these are more of the WH questions. The first few start with a WH question word. So they require more than a yes or no answer. So what do you like doing? So, for example, I would say, I like reading. What don't you like doing? Well, I would say, I don't like exercising. What do you like to do on the weekend? For me, I would say I like watching movies. And what don't you like to do after work? I don't like to go out again after I come home from work. I like to stay at home and relax. And then here we have another couple of yes or no questions. Do you like to play sports? For me, I would say no, I don't. Do you like eating foreign food? Yes, sometimes I do. So you can answer these questions so that they're true for you. All right, so now we're going to talk about the different ways you can express like and dislike. So we have very negative, neutral, and positive. So if you hate something, you feel very negative about it. You don't like it at all. Dislike is still fairly negative. Don't like is a little more toward the neutral side. Like is neutral, kind of moving toward the positive. Love is more positive, and adore is very, very positive. So he adores his children. So that would be in the very positive. She loves French cinema. He doesn't like Spanish lessons. So you have to be careful, though, with using the word hate. Hate has a very strong meaning. To hate a person is much stronger than to hate a thing. So it would be much worse to say, I hate her, I hate that person, than it would be to say, I hate vegetables. So be very careful when you're using hate to refer to a person because it's extremely negative. Okay, so then after the verbs like, dislike, hate, and love, you can use an infinitive. So again, infinitive is the to form of the verb, or a gerund, which is the ing form of a verb. So here's some examples of like plus the infinitive. He likes to play sports. They don't like to swim in the sea. And then an example using the gerund form. He likes playing sports. They don't like swimming in the sea. And both of these are correct. You can use either one. It doesn't really matter. There's no difference in meaning, just whichever one you feel most comfortable using. Now, can't stand is another expression that we use when we talk about a strong dislike. Now, it's an idiom, and an idiom means that the words have a special meaning or special sense together. We don't use can't stand in the positive form. We wouldn't say I can't stand green vegetables, but I can stand carrots. Um, can stand, you really wouldn't use it. You would say, I can't stand vegetables, but I like carrots, something like that. So again, we can use can't stand with either the infinitive or the gerund. It doesn't really matter. He can't stand to watch sports on TV. He can't stand to work with her. And now with the gerund, he can't stand watching sports on TV. He can't stand working with her. All right, we're going to listen to Javier. And, well, actually, they want you to try and complete the text first. So see if you can figure out which words go in the blank, which of these words from the boxes go in each blank, and then restart the video when you're ready to listen to check your answers.
Movies and films? Well, I love films. Well, most of them. I love science fiction movies like Star Wars and The Fifth Element. And I also love fantasy films like The Lord of the Rings. I like a lot of action movies, but I don't like romance. It's just not my thing. Oh yeah, and I don't like horror films either. I think they're kinda, well, stupid.
All right, so now we're going to listen to Marta, but before listening, we're going to read these statements, and so you're going to be listening for whether these are true or false. Marta's English teacher is called Mr. Simons. Marta doesn't like science lessons. She really likes her music teacher. And Marta finds it hard to get out of bed on Monday mornings. So let's listen.
I love my English lessons. I guess that's because I really like my teacher, Mr. Simons. I like my German class too, but I don't like science very much this year. It's difficult and the lessons are always after lunch when I'm tired. I like music classes, but I can't stand my music teacher, Mr. Goodwin. He's always in a bad mood. I generally like school, but of course I don't like getting out of bed on Monday mornings after the weekend.
All right, we'll listen again, and I will pause after she gives the answer to each question.
I love my English lessons. I guess that's because I really like my teacher, Mr. Simons.
Okay, so Marta's English teacher is called Mr. Simons. That's true.
I like my German class too, but I don't like science very much this year.
Okay, she says she doesn't like science lessons. That's true.
It's difficult and the lessons are always after lunch when I'm tired. I like music classes, but I can't stand my music teacher, Mr. Goodwin.
Okay, so she really likes her music teacher. That's false. She said she likes her music lessons, but she can't stand her music teacher. So can't stand means to dislike.
He's always in a bad mood. I generally like school, but of course I don't like getting out of bed on Monday mornings after the weekend.
So Marta finds it hard to get out of bed on Monday mornings. That is true. All right, so we're going to listen to Marta again, and we're going to fill in the gaps as we go.
I love my English lessons. I guess that's because I really like my teacher, Mr. Simons. I like my German class too, but I don't like science very much this year. It's difficult and the lessons are always after lunch when I'm tired. I like music classes, but I can't stand my music teacher, Mr. Goodwin. He's always in a bad mood. I generally like school, but of course I don't like getting out of bed on Monday mornings after the weekend.
All right, now we're going to talk about, or we're going to listen to Kabir talk about his children, Sanjay and Lena. What do they like to eat for breakfast, and what don't they like? So we'll listen.
My children are very fussy eaters. Sanjay is 11 and Lena is 12, and it's impossible to make them happy. Sanjay hates red meat. He loves chicken and pork, but he won't eat beef. He can't stand most vegetables, and he hates eating anything green. Lena loves vegetables, but she hates eating meat. But of course, Like most children, they really love sugary foods. Unfortunately, I hate food with sugar, so they don't get to eat sweets and candies very much.
Okay, he spoke very quickly, so I'll play it once more.
My children are very fussy eaters. Sanjay is 11 and Lena is 12, and it's impossible to make them happy. Sanjay hates red meat. He loves chicken and pork, but he won't eat beef. He can't stand most vegetables, and he hates eating anything green. Lena loves vegetables, but she hates eating meat. But of course, like most children, they really love sugary foods. Unfortunately, I hate food with sugar, so they don't get to eat sweets and candies very much.
Okay, so now I'll play it again and I'll pause after he gives each answer.
My children are very fussy eaters. Sanjay is 11 and Lena is 12, and it's impossible to make them happy. Sanjay hates red meat.
Okay, so he hates red meat. So we've got Sanjay, dislike of red meat.
He loves chicken and pork, but
Okay, so he loves chicken and pork. So we're going to put Sanjay over here in the like column for chicken and pork.
he won't eat beef. He can't stand most vegetables, and
So can't stand vegetables. So we're going to put Sanjay dislikes vegetables.
he hates eating anything green. Lena loves vegetables, but she hates eating meat.
Okay, so Lena loves vegetables. So we're going to put her in the like column here. So she doesn't like meat. So that is So we're going to say that both Sanjay and Lena dislike red meat. There we go. And Lena does not like chicken or pork either. She hates all meat.
But of course, like most children, they really love sugary foods.
Okay, so sugary foods, they both like the sugary foods. Okay, so neither of the children like red meat, and neither of them dislike sugary foods. All right, so now you can practice. This can be some practice you can do on your own. You can use these pictures for some ideas, or just write down some questions. What do you love? Do you like, do you like do you like swimming? Do you like reading the newspaper? What can't you stand? What do you hate? What do you dislike, or do you dislike something? So you can write those questions. If you would like to practice, you can even write them in the comments, and your fellow students can help in answering those, or I'll answer some of them for you. That brings us to the end of today's video, so please like, subscribe, and share, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.